Hey guys, hope you've all been bearing up okay. I'm Rainiac, and as you can probably tell from the general tone of my voice as well as the title of this video, today I'm going to be addressing the elephant in the room because believe me, it's a rather big elephant. I have not posted much of anything to my YouTube channel for the past 4 months. There was the last gaming video was 4 months ago. That was the video I did on Sproggywood, the indie roguelike. And that video was well received, by the way. That wasn't the reason why I disappeared for 4 months. I didn't take one look at that and think, well, God, that was crap. Better go into a black hole for 4 months. I hope they forget about it. That wasn't the reason at all, guys. The last videos to go out were the Doctor Who videos this past week. And other than that, there's been nothing. And there are reasons for this, and that's what I'm going to talk to you today about. Now, a couple of things to get into before we talk about that. Normally, with my videos, I don't go into my personal life at all. But here, I've got no choice. Usually I figure that personal life should be kept out of it because it's irrelevant. Because if I'm doing, say, a Let's Play, the game I'm playing, that should be the main focus of the video. If I'm doing any other kind of video about a video game, that game should be the main focus of the video. If I'm discussing something, be it Doctor Who or another subject, that should be the main focus of the video. See what I'm getting at? But here, I'm kind of the main focus of the video. And therefore, I have really no choice but to talk about personal life, especially since personal life is intertwined in the reasons as to why I've been absent for 4 months. The other thing to mention is that usually when I do a video like this, I have a script in front of me, a bullet point form. But here, I've got no script. This is me speaking from my heart. I have a rough order of what I want to talk about in my head, and that's about it. So if I go off on a tangent, what else to do with me, right? But if I go off on a tangent, or I fumble over my words slightly, or there's an unnaturally long pause, just bear with me, and I'll get to go back to talking about the relevant thing. So yeah, no videos for 4 months, and here are the reasons why. Firstly, at the end of February, just after the Sproggywood video went out, I think, or possibly before actually, my mother went into the hospital. Now, a little bit of background for you. I live with my parents, even though I'm 27. This is not as sad as it sounds like. I just haven't found a place of my own. House prices are ridiculous at the moment, and I just haven't been able to find one, a flat or anything like that, or an apartment, for me to call my own yet. So for the time being, I'm living with my parents under their roof, and it's a perfectly fine arrangement. But the point is that in February, my mother went into hospital for an operation. Now, this was a bit serious. It wasn't like emergency surgery or anything like that. We'd known she was going to have it for quite some time. It's quite common. I'm not going to go into what the procedure is, the details of that, because I respect my mother's right to privacy. But she went to hospital for a few days. She came out, and she was fine. But because of the nature of the operation, things that she could do that she usually did around the house, she suddenly couldn't do anymore. She had to put her feet up and rest. So she couldn't do the housework. She couldn't drive. She couldn't cook meals. Most importantly of all, she couldn't lift heavy objects, and technically speaking, she still can't. So, all those things, we had to split up, me and my dad, between us. And that wouldn't be a problem, except that I work 9 to 6 on weekdays anyway, from the comfort of my own home, because I run my own business. So suddenly I was dividing my time between that and doing the extra work around the house, and so something had to give, and quite reasonably I think, the thing that had to give was my hobby, was making videos for the internet, because when you got real life, it's a choice between real life and your free time. The free time goes out the window. Real life takes priority every damn day. So that was one reason. Now she is getting better, my mum, and she's up to get better around April to May, and I thought, well, good timing. I'll be able to get back into my into making videos. And then my computer had other thoughts, because towards the end of April, one morning I came down, I looked onto the laptop, I'm on a Windows 8.1 laptop, and it just wouldn't start up. I put in my password after changing it, and it was just permanently stuck on the welcome screen. And even after about 20-30 minutes I left it, still nothing happened, so I tried a system restore. Big mistake, because that messed up the laptop even more, and suddenly it wouldn't start up at all. It was just permanently restarting itself. I would turn the laptop on, it would crash, it would restart, and it was stuck in a loop. Now, to my credit, not to sound too egotistical, I did manage to fix it myself. I did toy with the idea of bringing it back to the store, because at that point it was still on warranty, but no, I I persevered, I fixed it myself, and it is running a lot better now. Also, I've just punched my headphones. Way to go, me. It is running a lot better now. It's still not running 100%. I think the problem is that the laptop is now not synced up to the phone, because by doing the system restore, I think I went back to the old password, but the password for my Windows account is obviously different, and so the laptop is not synced up properly to the Windows account. This is why Windows accounts are a bad idea, by the way, just in case you're listening, Microsoft. I sincerely doubt any representative of Microsoft is listening, but if they are, Windows accounts are kind of set up poorly. Fix it. This has been a public service announcement. Where was I? Yeah, the laptop is running a lot better. It does have a separate, unrelated issue where it occasionally overheats. Now, this is quite common with laptops, and more often than not, it's because dirt accumulates in the fan, and so the fan can't do its job and it overheats. Now, this is easily fixed, especially now that the laptop has run out of warranty. I just haven't got around to doing it. All I've got to do is open up the bottom of the laptop with a screwdriver and basically clean out dirt myself. And as long as I'm careful and I don't rip any wires or pull the fan too hard, it shouldn't be a problem. So I'm looking to do that in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully that will mean that the laptop, coupled with resyncing up with my Windows account, should make the laptop run to 100% again, like it was when I first got it. Linked in with those two problems, I think it's just a general lack of motivation on my part. I mean, Spruggywood, the video on Spruggywood went up on the 24th, it was recorded a couple of days before that. The Series 8 retrospective that was released a couple of weeks ago, that was actually recorded back at the beginning of March, on March the 8th, I believe. And then it just sat on my hard drive for the best part of 3 months. And I know I've had issues with my personal life, and I've kind of had to put it on the back burner. But even so, that's a long time. That's no excuse in my opinion, and I am very sorry for that. And as I say, I think it's just a general lack of motivation on my part, possibly made worse by the fact that I was worrying about my my mother in the hospital, and the fact that I was worrying about not having any free time, and would I be able to get everything done? And that's still a problem. But the final problem has yet to happen. It's going to happen in the near future. Basically, at the beginning of June, I was feeling pretty good about my life. I thought, right, the problems with the hospital on Mum's side are over. Okay, she still can't drive, but that's not a problem. I can still drive her around. I've still got time to do things I want to do. And then another bombshell was dropped on us. Now, my dad has had issues with his health for some time, and nobody seemed to know what it was about. I mean, the one thing they were fairly certain, all the doctors, is that it was nothing to do with his heart. There was no problem with his heart. You can probably see where this is going already, can't you? He received a letter in the mail at the beginning of June, and he was told that there was a problem with his heart, and moreover, he has to have a double bypass to sort it out. Now, this is a serious thing. A bypass is a serious medical procedure. A double bypass even more so. So obviously, the family is very worried for him, and I in particular, I'm very worried for him, and I'm worried about how he's going to cope at the hospital, and if he's going to be alright at the hospital. Now, he's going to go in for a few days like my mum did, and then again like my mum did, when he comes out, he will have to put his feet up. He's going to have to put his feet up for 4 to 6 weeks, just basically doing nothing. So I'm going to have to take on his workload, and the stuff around the house, and my own workload in regards to the business, and there's going to be a lot on my plate. Now, despite this, and perhaps more fool me, I am going to at least try to get back to doing videos on a semi-regular basis. Now, you might remember back at the end of last year, I made a video saying that I'm going to attempt to make a video and upload a video at least once every week, minimum. That's not happening anymore, guys. I think, in a way, trying to stick to a schedule like that actually handicapped me. It actually kind of made things worse, because if I didn't stick to the schedule, I got depressed about it, and then the lack of motivation kicked in, and it just got worse and worse. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Even before the problems with the hospital, there was a lack of motivation, and I wasn't able to keep my promise of uploading at least one video every week. So I'm just going to forget about that now. That was a bad idea. Videos will now be uploaded whenever they're ready to be uploaded. And I'm still going to try and stick to a mix of live commentary videos and post-commentary videos. I think Let's Plays are going to be a mixture of the two, because there are people that like both live commentary and post-commentary, so maybe I'm trying to pander to both audiences, but I will attempt to sort of do a mix. Another thing to to bear in mind is that Let's Play has changed. The nature of Let's Play has changed, in my opinion. And now you've got people like Markiplier, and I apologise for the name drop straight away, but you've got people like the Runaway Guys, and Markiplier, and Messiah Nello, and the Game Grumps, and Mega G Wolf, and many others I haven't got time to mention, who, it's not just a hobby for them anymore, it's actually a way of life, it's actually a way of them making a living. And I have no problem with that. I respect and admire them hugely for having the time and dedication to do that, but that just isn't me. I've just got too much on my plate to do that. I don't monetize my videos, I don't make a penny off my videos, and I'm perfectly happy with that. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. But it does mean that because it's a hobby, I only have a certain amount of time to devote to it. So while I try and be professional with my videos, I'm never going to be able to upload the same amount of content as, I say, a Mega G Wolf or a Game Grumps. Now, as I say, talking about professionalism, this is why it's probably a bad idea to not stick to a script. I am going to go back to videos, but because I've been out of the game for the best part of 4 months, my commentary is going to be a little rusty. And that's kind of the reason why I didn't want to do a script for this, to see if I could actually, you know, improvise on the fly. And I'm doing an okay job with this, I guess. I think I'm conveying my major points across. I just know I'll watch this back and think, oh god, I forgot to mention that, and that was really important. But yeah, I am going to start resuming videos, but I'm going to start off slowly, basically. So I won't get into full Let's Play straight away, I don't think. I'll probably start off slow with some one video series. Maybe one or two of them with friends of mine, although that's going to depend, of course, on availability. I would love to record some games with my friends, just as much as I would love to do like streaming, online streaming for you guys. But the problem there is with time constraints. With streaming, it would require me, if I was going to do it on a regular basis, to always be available at a certain time on a certain day, and I just don't think that's possible with how hectic my life currently is right now. I will hopefully be able to do like the occasional stream, maybe just spontaneously, but it's not going to be a regular thing, at least for the time being. And with a game with friends, it actually goes double, because not only am I going to struggle to find time to do it, but I've also got to sync up everybody else's time slots. This was a problem, by the way, we had when we were trying to organise the Doctor Who reviews, where I'd be ready perhaps to record the review, but other people were not around. That's why originally we started out with the intention of having the four of us do every review, and it just didn't work out like that. So yeah, I would love to do gaming videos with my friends or streams, but it's probably not going to be something I can write down on my schedule, on my long-term plans. If it happens, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Now, Let's Plays, I do want to get back into doing Let's Plays, even though I believe they have changed and they've kind of diminished, because there are so many out there now that people out there are only going to have so many hours in the day. And over those hours in the day, they're going to have so much to commit to watching videos. And so there's so many people out there that it's kind of a struggle to get your work out there and noticed above everybody else's. So I'm kind of finding a losing battle trying to do that. But I am going to go back to Let's Play, and I am going to try and make them as professional as possible, even though I don't do it for a living, and obviously funds are limited as a result. So I'm not going to tell you what my next Let's Plays are going to be, but I have got them planned out. And I have had them actually planned out for quite some time, and I'm very excited about them indeed. The reason why I'm not going to mention them away so they're a surprise to you when they appear in your feed, in your upload feed. This don't help. One LP I will mention just briefly because it's not a new LP. It's actually the return of an old LP, and I can feel Prince Watercress punching the air already as I say this. Is James Bond 007. Ideally, I want to get back to doing that before the end of the year. I know I said, you know, no more schedules or anything like that, but it's now been 2 years, so it will be 2 years in August since that LP was first started. I want to get back and do that, and I'm going to redo the first video, hopefully make it even better than last time, and I want to do that game justice, because I was wanting to cover that for a long time, and I had some ideas, I had to make that better, and it just didn't materialise because I had one of my, at this point, customary slumps and lacks of motivation, and things just didn't turn out the way I intended to. So that's all I want to talk about for Let's Plays, basically. Just briefly to touch on the Doctor Who situation. The videos of that will resume whenever the show does. And as I touched upon in the Season 9 video, what we know about the Season 9 video that was released this past week, we don't know when the series will go into air, but when we do, or when the series airs, the reviews will begin again, basically. And we have talked, the four of us, about maybe changing up the format somewhat, because it was most evident during the finale of Season 8, where it was an hour and 20 minutes of two of us ranting about how bad Stephen Moffat was at writing, the other one of us trying to get it a word in edgeways, and the fourth person, Freezing Inferno, just gave up altogether, and it didn't make for a very good review. And looking about that, I was kind of disappointed in the way it came across, but we're running out of time anyway. We had to get that review out, and that's kind of a problem. In fact, that's a huge problem. Trying to get something out just for the sake of meeting a deadline, in my case a self-imposed deadline, that is not a good practice, by the way. But yeah, those reviews will return, and the plan is to hopefully continue the gaming stuff in conjunction with the Doctor Who reviews when Doctor Who is on the air. Obviously, that's going to depend on time constraints, but maybe that's the time to release James Bond 007, because obviously a post-commentary LP I can work on in my spare time, whereas a live commentary LP, I've got to be more spontaneous, and there's a trick that Mega G Wolf uses, again, apologies for the name drop, but he records his live commentary videos one day, and then edits them and uploads them the following day. So that way, when he goes back to recording that game again, he can actually react to comments or things that have happened in between him recording that video and him uploading it, and him recording the next one. I think that's kind of a neat trick that I might want to do myself. So that's basically it. Those are the reasons why I've been away, and that's hopefully the direction I'm going to take the channel in the future. All that remains to say is thank you, sincerely. I mean, not just for watching this video, but also for your continued support and patience with me for the past 8 years. I know it doesn't seem like it, but on and off, I've now been doing this for 8 years. I've been recording videos for you guys for 8 years, and that just blows my mind. I mean, the first 3 years of content have been lost because, obviously, of the hacking situation, which I won't get into because that is ancient history at this point. And those videos are actually available on another channel if you bother to seek them out. I'm not going to advertise it because I personally am not very proud of those videos. I don't think they're particularly good, but others seem to like them, so I'm not saying you can't like them because I'm not like that. You know, I believe in free speech. I do not believe in imposing your opinion on others like it's the law at all. That got kind of political when I didn't intend it to be. But anyway, yeah, sincerely, guys, thank you very much for watching my videos. The fact that any of you take the time out with all the content out there on the internet to watch and support me, it blows my mind, and I really can't say enough how much I appreciate that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you for watching this. And all that remains to be said is that I will see you guys on the next video that I upload to this channel, whatever that may be. Until then, thanks a million, and bye for now.